Shalom. I'll start off by saying all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. Kadash. I'll go straight into this one. US stocks plunge despite Fed promises to pump unlimited amount of money into the economy. Okay. Now, as you know, if you don't know already, Fed is the Federal Reserve, which push paper money, or in UK you have plastic money. Overall, it's the currency which the United States push around to buy and sell, have commerce and marketing. Okay, to make transactions and whatnot, what you call money today, which is only currency, which they can print out of thin air. That's why you can see here it says pump unlimited amount of money. Okay, because they can create money out of thin air. It's paper, it holds no weight. And this is the downfall of Esau that we're watching right now. Wall Street's main indices are down after opening on Monday for the first ever all electronic trading session, okay, which is aimed at protecting New York Stock Exchange employees from the coronavirus. But if it's all electronic, if one thing goes down, it's all collapsing because it's electronic. You could have a glitch in the system, you could have a virus in the system, anything that would affect stocks anyway. But both the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 were down around 4% as of 4 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. Slacker. The Nasdaq Composite and Index, comprised of America's top technology companies, was down over 2%. Global markets are down despite the promise by the US Federal Reserve, okay, which the same ones that had the gold that was taken out of their reserves, okay, and took the gold from you, collecting it from swapping it as a money currency. So that's why now, say like on the UK note, you have, I promise to give the bearer on the demand the sum of, okay, and it could be £5, £10, £20, £50. But if you read that, it's in small print. Okay, I promise to give on demand. So it's like I promise to give the sum of the bearer on demand of. That's what it says in small print. It should be on the top or the bottom right corner. Okay, because that's an IOU note. That's all it is. U.S. Federal Reserve to pump in the cash amounts needed to support smooth market functioning and effective transmission of monetary policy to broader financial conditions and the economy. Okay, so you can see here, to understand stocks, the way how it peaks and crashes. Okay, it's at the lowest right now. The US regulator has warned that the country's economy faces major trouble as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. So they're using the coronavirus outbreak now to blame the reason for this crash to happen. Okay, it's all tying in. The Most is bringing it all to a close now, and has pledged to take measures to minimize its impact. The Fed has promised to unveil a direct lending program for small and medium-sized American businesses, which are projected to the hardest hit by the pandemic. In addition, the Fed will also help students with their education loans. Okay, I'm glad I didn't listen to my guardians, my mother, and going to uni, man. Cause I ain't got no heavy debt hanging over me like that, man. All you brothers and that have your uni loans and that, yeah. But myself, found a way that you don't have to deal with that anyway. But yeah, that uni is mainly just for women and that. Men can see through that crap, and having a sum hanging over your head that like you know you won't be able to like pay back within a certain amount of years because the opportunity is just not there for you. Okay, while the Fed's actions are an enormous help, the only way the markets are going to find Sustainable improvement is when the economy is allowed to come back to life, or at least there is a real path in place for how that is going to happen, said Paul Hickey of Pacific Investment Group in a note seen by the CNBC. But that's not going to happen, man. It's on its way out. This bubble is about to burst. Okay, this debt bubble. Okay, European markets tumble as global health crisis takes toll on the economy. Now, see, it's basically they're just blaming the coronavirus on this now. This is going to tie into World War III. It's all going to go down like the Titanic. More bad news for the markets came from Washington, as a fiscal stimulus bill failed in a key prudential Senate vote on Sunday, as Democrats warned measure was not enough to help workers and was too focused on bailing out companies. Okay, because these big corporate companies and industries don't really care about the small workers. Okay, even though they're the ones that really get the GDP going. Okay, the big companies and corporate, their money is overseas. According to U.S. National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow, the economic stimulus package will total more than $2 trillion and will be equal to roughly 10% of America's economic output. Last week, U.S. President Trump signed a $100 billion bill that expanded paid leave in the country. Jesus Christ! So where are they getting this money from? It's debt, man. Straight up debt. Okay, but these people are scared now, aren't it? Because obviously they can see the end is near. There we go. This crash is about to happen, man. Just gotta wait for it. Here we go. In the day, so Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they're few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So the economic forecasters and whatnot, they can understand that. Where is it? This is about to blow, man. They're trying to look for and scramble for ways to keep it running, keep it afloat. But this woman's on its way out. America, the whore, it's on its way out, man. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low. That means there's no jobs. And he shall rise up at the voice of a bird. Okay, like if you go back into like rural areas, you don't have your alarm clock and that. You're gonna just wait for the cockerel to crow and the birds to make their singing at the morning, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, because no one's gonna be caring about these mixtapes and music, entertainment and all that shit. That's gonna be gone straight out the window, man. Okay, so here we go. Habakkuk 2:6 also. Shall not these take up a parable against him? These are the other nations against Esau, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? Unto him that laden himself with thick clay. Okay, all these resources and whatnot is not Esau's. It's not the so-called white man's. It's not his resource. It's not even his world to take, but he has rule over it. But he goes into these other lands, these other countries, and steals and consumes resources which are not his. Okay, soon he will up throw it anyway, because the Most High is going to make him throw it back up when we take the kingdom. How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Okay, and that word clay there is Ibadja. Yeah, man, Kala Yabashim Bashai, man, this is beautiful, man. We're just, it's like sitting waiting for your coach or your train or a plane to depart. Yeah. Yeah. 6. Okay. Say warrant him that increase with that is which is not his, him that layeth himself fit clay. Okay.